unfairly.
Yeah.
As you indicated that you think that somebody is being held in prison because they anticipate this individual that would like to have him. Well, see, that seems to be a corruption of the whole process.
It is. It's got to be some corruption in there. I can't name it completely or directly, but you take for example. You got investigative news reporters. They want to go around and investigate this and investigate that. I emailed and called Phil Williams and told him about, you need to look into the parole system.
But nobody wishes to.
Nobody respond to me on that. Why not? I mean, what's keep you from looking at that?
Would that be a political thing that if an individual wishes to deal with it, that individual might be declared to be soft on crime? Would that be one of the justifications that would steer folks away, politicians away from
possible. Yeah, it's possible that person would look at him as being soft on crime. But and I need to say this again. I believe if you commit a crime in the state of Tennessee or in the United States of America, period, and you did that crime, I believe you should be punished for that. I believe you should be tried, you should be convicted, you should be sentenced, you should go to prison. But at the same time, I believe if you have rehabilitated yourself, which is the purpose of incarceration, punishment, and rehabilitation, then I believe you should be released into society so that you can come back out and contribute to society, and not to put up all these roadblocks. And again, Dr. Haney, another thing too is, man, I committed crimes when I was in my 20s. Dr. Haney, I'm 55 years old. Man, look here. Why do I still have to have my criminal record background following me for the rest of my life? Man, I've been pastoring since 1993. I've been in ministry since 1986, man.
Now, and we've talked about that, and as a matter of fact, that's one of the things that I wanted to talk to before we get off this topic today, and that is the civil rights of ex-offenders.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems that individual become, as you indicated in your own case, an individual becomes involved with the law, and his name is put on the record.
On the blacklist.
Really on the blacklist, and he almost gives up all kinds of civil opportunities that could exist in America.
You take my rights, you take my civil rights, you release me out into society, tell me go get a job, but you don't stop taking income tax out of my check. If I'm not a citizen, if I can't vote, if I can't go and get a job without being discriminated against because I have a criminal background, then why should I have to pay taxes in the United States of America? I should be exempt from the taxes.
Do you believe employers discriminate against ex-offenders?
Absolutely, they do. And I'm trying to challenge that issue. And somebody said that it has to be made a protective class in order to stop that, because Tennessee is a right to hire state. In other words, they can hire you, fire you whenever they want to for whatever reason. They don't have to give you one. But so at the same time, they can discriminate against you. Now, you can't discriminate against me because I'm black, but you can discriminate against me because I committed a crime when I was in my early 20s or in my teens and for the last 30-something years, I haven't committed a crime, but you can discriminate against me based on that
crime.
And that's discrimination. I don't care how you fix it, it's discrimination.
And do you find a large number of people are caught up into that? When we talk about the percentage of Africans in the prison system.
It's all a part of the trap. It's all a part of the trap. If I can get you black man to get put a felony conviction on you, get you in the courtroom, make you plead guilty for whatever, as long as I can tack that felony against you, I got your mark for the rest of your life. You're gonna have a hard time excelling and accomplishing things in life, although your mindset may not be criminal. You might have got caught with a bag of weed. You up there, you're scared, they coerce you, you convinced the PD, the public defender, he convinced you to go on and cop out because they're going to send you to jail for 5 years, but you can cop out, get probation. But you get probation, a year, you're off probation, but you got a felony that's affecting you for the rest of your life. And it's a tag. I think it's done, it's by design. It's done like that by design. And so many people are afraid to speak out and address these issues. I don't know what they're afraid of, but these things need to be brought to the forefront. People need to know, Dr. Haney, what's going on, and especially with that doggone parole board, man, because more and more people are in prison that could be released from prison, that could be gainfully employed, doing some things, and the parole board is keeping them in there. And it's costing the state of Tennessee for that to happen. See, that money that they're using to incarcerate people that have proven themselves worthy of release could be used to hire some more police officers, to patrol the neighborhoods, to keep crime down, to keep more people from going in. But no, that don't work with the system right, because that don't help perpetuate the revolving door syndrome. As a matter of fact, it drives a keg in it, and nobody wants to stop the process.
And those states that have moved toward abolishing these parole boards, they're able to, in a real sense, bring a more justice and a more humane system, create a more justice and a humane system for everybody.
You know what? I'm not, Dr. Haney, I can't speak to that authoritatively until I can do some further investigating of that. I have seen some information about 80% of the people that were paroled in California, they didn't complete parole. I do know that, and I know some of the states that abolished the parole system, like Florida, they reinstituted and stuff like that.
But let me thank you, Walker, for coming by and just giving us all of this excellent information today. And I'm not exactly sure whether people will pay any attention to it in terms of the attitude that most folks have in reference to people being incarcerated, but I think you simply laid it out for us, and it's a challenge, not only for the state of Tennessee, but for everybody dealing with all of these wasted lives in a real sense. And of course, let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.